Hi, everyone. It is Tuesday, May 26th, and I am going to go over the explanation for this week's classwork. So the first thing we're going to do is go click on the classwork tab. And this week we are working on number 2, place value mystery project. Just like we had last week, some of you will have a 1A in front of your title. Some of you do not. They're pretty much very similar, so I'm going to go over the directions. You're going to open in Kami. And like I said, you'll be able to use directions for both activities. So the first one is called Calculator Conundrum. And I'll go over the directions with you now. All right, so as it loads up in Kami, it says, your teacher is very upset. She found out that one of her students used a calculator to complete all of their math problems instead of using it to check their work. She has hired you to solve the mystery so that the student gets the grades he or she really deserves. So we have calculators A through G. It says, first, write each number on the calculator in standard form. So let me go ahead and get my markup here, my highlighter. Oops. And standard form. Okay, so that means just the number. So here you're going to find the expanded form underneath each of them, and then you're going to write the standard form in this box right here. Okay, and the way that you add the box, I'll show you the text box, and it's text box, and then you're going to click on where you want it to go. And like this one for calculator A, this is 3,000 plus 200 plus 90 plus 1. So that number is going to be 3,291. You're going to put it right here. Okay. And then you're going to compare the evidence. Compare the numbers using greater than, less than, or equal to help figure out who was cheating. So once you get the answer for A, you're going to do the same thing for A through G. And then you're going to say which is greater than, less than, or equal to. So let's do another one, for example. So calculator B, 6,000 plus 20 plus 9. So it's 6,000. We have nothing in the hundreds place. We have a 2 in the tens place and a 9 in the ones place. So when you take a look at both of these, calculator A and calculator B, you can see that calculator B is greater. So I'm going to take my text box, I'm going to drop it right here, and I'm going to put my greater than sign. Okay? Because calculator B is greater than calculator A. And I'm going to run through the list, and I'm going to use those symbols to compare these calculators. Okay? And over here on the directions, it says read over your notes to figure out which calculator was used to cheat. So here are your clues. Okay? This one says the calculator letter that shows up as the smaller number the most times is not the cheating calculator. So if you look at these two calculators, A and calculator B, you can see that calculator A is smaller or less than calculator B. So if this happens a lot and calculator A has the least out of all of them, then you're gonna come up here to see which one is smaller the most times. Okay, so if it's A that's smaller 10 times and B that's smaller only 6 times, well, calculator A is going to go here as which one you can eliminate. Okay, the calculator letter that shows up as the larger number only one time is not the cheating calculator. So it was only the larger one once. You can eliminate it. The calculator that had the largest number on it was not used to cheat. So when you look at these, the one with the greatest value was not used to cheat. So that's going to go ahead and down here, going to be eliminated. When rounded to the nearest hundred, the calculator that was used to cheat had a 0 in the hundreds place. And let me just go ahead and highlight this for you. Rounded to the nearest hundred, it had a 0 in the hundreds place. Okay? And here, which can you eliminate when written in word form? The number on the cheating calculator had only 3 words. So when you wrote out these numbers in word form, there's one of them that only has 3 words in the word form of that number. And then, so these are the ones that you're eliminating, right? You're taking out these, you're eliminating these calculators. So you're saying these calculators could not have done it. And the one that's left over is the one that was used. Okay, and that's calculator conundrum. The second version of this activity is just going to have different numbers. Okay. All right, back to our classwork, and we have impossible imposter. Go ahead and click on it. You're going to open it with Kami. Again, there's instructions for every assignment that's posted through Kami. You have instructions with it as well. So if you have any questions about how to submit it or how to put a text box or how to use the equation symbols, you can go ahead and watch those videos, okay? The impossible imposter. Someone is moving in on your territory. There are always going to be new detectives, but there is one among you who is a fake. You have decided to give each detective a quiz to see if they really are a true place value detective. Do your detective work and see what you can find. Okay, so we have 4 detectives here: Detective Dingo, Bird Brain, Night Dog, and Catamus. And you're going to use this information here about the numbers to go ahead and use the clues here for your evidence to find out which one is fake. Okay, so we can take a look. Here's a number written in word, expanded form, written in word form, and rounded. Okay, so clues to cracking the case. The detectives had 3 tasks. Write their security access code in expanded form. So these are their security access codes. Okay, and there's going to be four detectives, so they each have their own access code. So they wrote it in expanded form, they wrote it in word form, and then, oops, no, okay, word form, and then they rounded it to the nearest 100, then the nearest 10, I'm sorry, the nearest 1,000, then the nearest 100, and then the nearest 10. That's why there's 3 numbers here. So this number is rounded, this is the access code rounded to the nearest 1,000, I'm sorry, 1,000. This is the access code rounded to the nearest 100. This is the access code rounded to the nearest 10. Okay? Grade the work of the detectives. The one who made the most errors is the faker. So the one who made the answers wrong. Okay, so you're going to look through these and you're going to check them over. Okay, the one who made the fewest mistakes is your new partner in solving crime. Grade carefully, or you could end up with a thief as a partner. So the person who has the most mistakes is the faker. Okay, this is the faker who's out, most mistakes. And the person who made the fewest mistakes, the least mistakes, that's the person who's going to be on your team. So who's in is the fewest mistakes, and that's the person who's going to be your partner. Who's out has the most mistakes, and they are the faker. Okay. So you have all this information here. When you look at this access code, you're expanding. This is expanded form. Here's word form, and here's 3 different types of rounding. So see which of these don't make sense, which of these are incorrect. Okay. And that is impossible imposter. We have one more for this week. We have, oh, I'm sorry, 2 more for this week. This one, case closed and payment for your trouble. So some of you have case closed, some of you have payment for your trouble. They have different titles, but they both say mystery 6. So I'll go over a little bit about both depending on which one that you have assigned to you. You don't have to do both. You'll only have one that's assigned to you. If it says mystery case closed, this is the one you're going to do. Okay. And it says, now that you have solved these crimes, you're ready to hang up your detective hat for now. Sorry, I didn't open it yet. Hold on. Okay. You're ready to hang up your detective hat for now. You need to keep good records of the case numbers, so complete the chart below to account for each case number. Okay, so here's the case closed. This was the jumbled grade book. Okay, case number in word form. So the word form is here. You're going to write this number in expanded form. Oops. You're going to write it in word form and you're going to round it. Okay, so let's see. It doesn't tell us which place value to round it. So let's say the thousands place. Okay, so I'm going to just put a text box because it should say that. Rounded to the nearest 1,000. Okay, that. All right. So this is the number, and you're going to plug it in 3 different ways. So we've done things like this before. It's been this setup before. So this one is the word form, but you have to work backwards. You have to find the standard form, the expanded form, and then the rounded to the nearest 100. I'm sorry, 1,000th place. Okay. So that is, if you are assigned case closed from mystery 6, this is the one for you. If you were assigned payment for your trouble. This is the one for you. Okay? And it's set up in the same way. It's just different numbers. Okay? And here it says rounded to the nearest hundreds place. Okay, same thing. So you have it in expanded form, 356. You're writing it in word form. You're writing it in word form here. You're writing the number form with standard form, and then you're rounding it to the nearest hundreds place. So for each of these cases, you have at least one piece of information, and you stretch it to fill out the organizer. Okay, and that is all that you have for this week. All right, we did our exit ticket last week, and I think I'm just going to check some grades to see if we needed some more review for that. But other than that, I think we're good to go. We're going to finish up this place value mystery this week, and then next week we'll be working on something new. All right. Thank you very much. As always, please reach out if you have any questions or if you're confused about anything or not sure how to submit. And as always, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you very much for your hard work. I know it's not easy, and I do appreciate it. You're working very hard. You're doing your best, and it doesn't go unnoticed. I definitely notice that you're all doing your best. So thank you for that. Okay. All right. Keep up the good work. See you later.